Welcome to the Pause and Proceed podcast. I'm your girl, Bridgett LaRé.
And I'm your other host, SB.
And SB.
Yes.
So, the last episode.
Yes. Yes.
I teased on the subject of Marijuana Anonymous. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really want you to get into that.
You do?
Yeah, because you don't hear about that. You don't hear about Marijuana Anonymous. Yeah, so break it down for everybody.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Because people don't feel like you need to go somewhere to get off of marijuana.
Because we don't feel like marijuana is addictive.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
For a long time, I did not want to believe it. I'm like, I ain't addicted to marijuana. It's just something that I do to have fun, to relax, hang out with, to be social.
Right.
But I was like, wait a minute now. I stopped smoking. I started at 11, stopped at about 33, stopped for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know how I got back to it, right? And I realized.
Do you really not know how you got back to it?
Okay.
If you really sat down and thought about it.
I know. I do know. I do know. Okay. So I was having some back and shoulder pain, right?
Okay.
And I was like, well, let me get some CBD oil.
Right. Medicinal use.
Exactly.
I understand.
So I started with the CBD, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, well, shoot. If I'm going to do CBD, I might as well get THC. It's just different letters. So then
different letters.
Different
all right.
letters.
Okay.
So I got the gummies.
Uh-huh.
I started with the gummies,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then I'm like, what? I'm doing THC. I might as well smoke.
I know.
And then I got the smoking.
Did you try the teas? Did you do the tinctures?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because I was like, I'm already doing it. I might as well do what I enjoy.
Okay. Because you did the gummies.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I might as well just go ahead and smoke.
I might as well just smoke.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. Now, if I would have thought about it, I would have just stopped, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that when I start, I'm going to spiral. But anyhow.
You knew that you was going to spiral once you had a feeling.
Like, subconsciously I knew, but I was telling myself, like, I'll only do it when I'm around people or just to hang out or just little stuff like
That's
that.
where I'm at right now. Okay, finish your story. That's where I'm at. Like, just socially.
Just socially.
But
you do it at home?
I did. Because I told myself I'm not going to buy it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I did end up going to a dispensary and purchasing.
Yeah.
Even though I told myself, it's just going to be socially. Because once I have it socially, I'm like, let's keep this party going.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. So I realized I was talking to my therapist because everybody should have one.
Everybody should have one. Yes.
Especially if you had a childhood. So that's everybody, right?
Yeah, I think that sums up the whole entire human existence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was talking to my therapist and I'm like, man, I just been so unmotivated. I feel like I just been sleeping and eating for like 2 years, right? And he's like, well, where did it start? I'm like, I don't know. It just happened.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I knew. And I just was resisting telling him. So I was like, all right.
That's how you know you got to tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. I'm like, all right. Oh, then I was telling him, like, yeah, I'm not into the Bible. I'm not being, I'm not spiritually inclined.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like miracles aren't happening because I'm asleep most of the time.
Yeah.
Right? Or like this. Watching YouTube. Yeah.
Zombie zone.
Stuck in the couch.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Smoking
Zombie
that indica.
zone.
And how I remember indica, it put you in the couch.
One. Yeah, it will.
Yeah. That's a body high.
That's what you tell yourself. Indica puts you in the couch. That's how you remember.
That's how I remember.
Okay. All right. Listen, folks, for those that smoke marijuana.
Yeah.
And you still have plenty of people across the country that don't really know the difference between indica and sativa.
Right.
That can be something you can remember it as. Indica in the couch. You're going to be down. All right.
And sativa is more cerebral. So it gives you a mind high. But we all promoting the...
No. Okay, finish.
Okay, so I tell my therapist, like, then I'm like, I haven't been, staying up spiritually, like connecting with God and doing all this stuff, reading my Bible. And I'm like, it's because I don't want to read my Bible when I'm high. I don't want to watch Joe Osteen, TD Jakes when I'm high.
You
But
felt guilty about that?
yeah, I was feeling convicted.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was just high all the time. So when am I going to have time to do it?
Yeah.
So I told him, I'm like, okay, well, I said, it's the marijuana. It's the marijuana. I know I spiral. I didn't want to admit to it because I like it.
And so many people downplay it. Because
Yeah.
I told you when I went, I talked to and I love my therapist, okay? But when I told my therapist, like, I think this might be a problem. Like, this might be getting in my way of progressing.
Mm-hmm.
She downplayed it.
Oh.
And it was kind of like, it's okay, just, be more intentional.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 blah. Wish she had a point.
Yeah. Because when you are
Intention isn't-
intentional, it does exactly what you want it to do.
That's our podcast name, remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, finish.
So I tell him, he was like, okay, well, it's the 12-step program, Marijuana Anonymous. I'm like, what? I didn't know. I had no idea. So I went to a meeting. It's online, marijuanaanonymous.com.
It's online?
You can go online, marijuanaanonymous.com. It's an app and everything.
Oh,
MA.
no. You know what? I'm sorry. Wait, but you met in person.
Oh, I meant to say it's on Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Zoom.
Look at your listening skills.
I'm trying to be attentive.
You are.
Thanks.
You got it. So we had the first meeting on Zoom.
Okay.
And luckily, this meeting was about the first step. And let me see if I can remember. So the first step is...
You remember.
the weed messed with my brain. I got memory lapse.
All right, I
sometimes.
that. I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So marijuana.com, marijuanaanonymous.com, go there. So the first step, they covered the first step, it's like realizing that you're powerless over this drug, marijuana, and that your life had become unmanageable. So I was like, for a long time, I don't want to believe that my life has become unmanageable. I'm managing my life. What is this?
Weed.
Man.
Yeah.
My life was unmanageable. I couldn't get off the couch. I wasn't getting up, working out.
Shift.
Bought the Peloton.
Making me shift.
Got the Peloton. Spent the money on that. Wasn't using it because I was going to clean my room. But then I got high.
You dug in the crate for that one. You did. What year was that?
Oh,
Circa
man.
20. I don't even know. Solomon, you remember that song?
I do. I don't know the year though.
Oh,
yeah,
man. Okay.
Yeah,
that's in the crates.
Yeah, that was my song. And I got 5 on it.
Yeah, I got 4. You can keep.
I got 5 on it.
Da-da-da.
Messing with that and no weed.
But
okay. Yeah. So up until now, I've been to 3 meetings, and it's just been really, good. The people are really supportive.
That's good.
And I recommend it. If you or anyone have a problem with marijuana, please go to marijuanaanonymous.com.
I'm glad you put that in there. Maybe I need to go to marijuanaanonymous.com. We've had plenty of conversations.
Yeah.
I don't know if I am ready to call it quits, but I think I should go to a meeting because it has been a crush in my life.
In what way?
Comfort. Remember last week you like my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, like that comfort that being out here in LA is lonely. So if I smoke and I find like some comedy or something on the television, that's like my comfort zone. Like I'm comfortable there. And on top of just me healing in other areas, it also serves as a awakening. How can I put it? It has a spiritual effect, okay? Because that's what also keeps me wanting to smoke because it has helped me through my times of healing and needing a crutch. So I'm glad to have the availability. I just don't want to abuse it. But maybe I need to totally retract from it and then come back to it possibly. I don't know.
That's the trick. That's the trick.
That's the trick bag, right?
That's the trick. And let me tell you something about the enemy. He knows how to trick you. That's what he's telling you. Like, man, just smoke this little weed. You don't need to focus on your fashion.
You sound like Smokey. It's Friday.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job.
You ain't got no job.
Smoke this.
You
You
see
just
that?
happen to have on the shirt.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Right.
What it say?
You
smoking
smoking
my
my
shit.
shit. Yeah. Shout out to Big Worm. I
Hey,
mean
Big
Big Perm.
Perm.
Right.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm it's hard because I'm an advocate of it, but at the same time I understand there's a fine line.
Yeah.
And when you're depending on it to bring you joy and to take you away, when you're using it as a major form of escapism, I think that's when the problem comes.
Yeah.
That's when the problem resides in yourself.
Yeah.
So, to be continued, I think I will go to a meeting. I think I need to because I think I should.
Yeah.
Just, see what it's about.
Well, don't should on yourself.
Don't should on yourself.
Yeah.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to will it.
Yeah.
I
It's a
will
good
go.
idea for you to do it.
It's a good idea. And I think I will look into it because I'm trying to, quote unquote, quit or cut back, but
yeah.
always find myself at the dispensary.
Now, I for one, picketed outside of the White House to legalize marijuana. So
I, for one, picketed.
So I do understand it was people outside giving their stories,
funny.
like with cancer and like terminal illnesses, about how marijuana has helped them.
Yeah.
And I know someone personally who uses like the tincture to get him through his illness.
Yeah.
Which he is actually a miracle because like the cancer he has, usually it takes you out like this.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it is the weed that's keeping him here. Maybe it is the THC.
I agree.
I don't know.
Marijuana, to me, marijuana is definitely a miracle drug.
Yeah.
Now, we have tainted it over time with all this crossbreeding and the pesticides and, man got its hands on it and we've done a number on the actual plant, but I still think it has a lot of medicinal and spiritual results or I can't get my words right
you
right
got
now,
it.
but
You
y'all
got
know what I'm
it.
trying to say.
Yeah.
It yields a good result.
It gives.
It does. It gives.
Yeah,
it does give. But I think it's like I said. It's just that escapism with that crutch line. You got to be careful of that.
When it overpowers you.
When it overpowers you.
When anything overpowers you, you got to take your power back.
Yeah. Exactly.
Period.
Yeah, I got to take my power back. And then I need to take it back quicker. Like I'm taking it back, but it's like, girl, it's weed. Let's go to the anonymous. Go to the anonymous.
Let me throw something, man. It's actually marijuana-anonymous.org.
Oh, thank you for that.
King Solomon.
Just because you're telling people where to find it, we'll make sure we get there.
See, this is the benefits of not doing the podcast in the comforts of your own home.
Right,
you got an engineer that can fact check for
shout
you.
out to King Solomon.
Yes, at the podcast place.
Right.
Here in Long Beach, California. You keep doing this, we're going to shout you out every single time.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
Why you ain't letting the people see you today?
He doesn't want to be
I am. I come on. I come on when it's like a little bit more stuff, but it's little quick stuff. It's just you just hear my voice.
Okay.
All right. I like that.
I want the people to see you. You got a haircut, looking all nice with your green shirt. Let these people see you.
So funny.
So what's up, girl? How have your week been since I last seen you?
Wait, we gotta go back.
Let's go back.
Because, guys, if you guys didn't realize, me and Bridgett were nurses. And I think I said it, but Bridgett didn't make it too clear last episode. And we just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah.
And also, I want to go back to marijuana because it's still a stigma, especially when you're a nurse or any type of 9-to-5 professional. A professional that's outside of the creative realm is very taboo. And I feel like we need to get away with that, okay? Because if you can go home and have your nightcaps and have your wine and have a bottle of wine, maybe a few bottles of wine.
Okay.
I should be able to go home and, have my little, hit my joint, hit it a few times, and that should be okay. I shouldn't be looked upon as like I'm going to smoke crack or something, So, no, because it's always been a thing for me to like, should I reveal that I, I smoke marijuana.
Yeah,
Like
I
I'm
get
a
that.
nurse.
Yeah.
It's taboo. Marijuana is still kind of taboo, even though we're in California, so it's a
And it's
bit more
legal, right?
accepted.
Yeah.
But still, people still look at it like, oh, they grab their
Like, oh
pearls.
my God, you smoke? You do
Right.
drugs?
Right.
Yeah. Well, don't you? You do opioids?
But you get a prescription.
Yeah.
You get a prescription, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
That's the gateway. But we ain't gonna get into that.
We're not gonna get into that.
Mm.
So for all the nurses out there, because listen, we be working, okay? People that have gone through this pandemic, you're traumatized, got PTSD. If you want to go home and you don't want to, listen, I also indulge in the spirits, meaning the alcoholic beverages, socially. But if you want to preserve your liver, perhaps, and go, take a few totes when you get home and feel happy, by all means, do so. But, tread lightly because you don't want to abuse the drug. That's the thing. You don't want to abuse it. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
But if you can't tread lightly, if you're anything like me, stop. Abort mission.
Yeah, if it's getting in the way of your livelihood,
Mhm.
and you being productive, then yeah, you might want to go to what's the website? Marijuana Anonymous.
Marijuana-anonymous.org.
There we
There
go.
we go.
There we go. And that's that.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Solomon.
Okay, so what's next on the menu?
What's next on the menu?
Yeah, what's next on the menu?
Is it an appetizer or you want to go to the full course?
I guess we could do the app.
The app.
The app.
Okay.
And the app is
Yes.
Well, first of all, you were going to like how are you?
Girl, you are freezing.
Am I?
Yeah.
It's because my fingers are so slim.
You got no blood circulating
They're so
in there.
ET-ish. They're very foam home-ish.
Well, I got little Vienna sausages. That's why I got to keep my nails done.
They kind of Vienna.
They
But they
Vienna-ish,
cute, though.
yeah.
You have Vienna
you.
sausage toes too.
Yeah, I do. I
But
get it from my daddy.
But you have cute feet.
I think so too. If I
I got man feet.
you do
All my toes, like they go that way.
that way.
Yeah, they go
That way.
They go because I have a bunion. Maybe I'm giving y'all too much detail about my
No.
feet, but
Be authentic.
oh,
Wait, it's this place. There is this place that I work at times. It's in Pasadena.
Mhm.
They do studies and they do free bunionectomies. I didn't tell you about that. You never told me you had a bunion.
I probably
See?
never told
Look
you.
what
you had
happened
a
when you share.
bunion. I know.
So they do free bunionectomies. Look it up. So what they're doing
Who's gonna
is
take care of me?
they take care of you. Because let me tell you what they do. It's a study.
Okay.
It's like a placebo study. So what they're doing is seeing how much pain you're actually in after a bunionectomy.
Okay.
So, which is taking the bunion out,
Right.
bunionectomy to cut out.
Right.
So I just had to tell. I don't know why I had to explain that. That's the nurse in me.
No, but some people, even though it's, some people might not know
Right.
a bunionectomy exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So kudos to you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So what they do is they give you, after the surgery, they don't tell you if they're actually giving you real pain medication or a placebo, which is a sugar pill. And they continue to rate your pain on
Okay,
a scale
I'll
of
be
0
down
to 10.
with that. I'll be down with that.
Okay, I'll give you the information.
Yeah, please do.
I will.
Jeez, Louise.
you-
If I could get this done
For free? You got one or two?
yeah. I got two.
They do one at a time.
That's
I think.
fine. If I could get one out the way, I'll be Ooh,
Wearing your heels?
Ooh, doggy. Yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
time.
So old.
It's time.
It is time.
Yeah.
to cut these bunions off. It is.
So, other
Yes.
than your bunion,
no, godly.
pause.
Pause. Right.
Speaking of pause,
yes, our pause.
did you have to take a moment to pause this week?
I did.
Yeah.
But mine, you share your pause.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Yeah, you share your pause.
Let
Your
me-
pause is more meaningful than mine, I feel like.
I think every pause is meaningful. Every moment in life is meaningful. What if you didn't have that moment? Right?
Yeah, I guess you're right, Bridget.
Every moment
You're
in life
right.
is meaningful. You are meaningful. Okay.
You're
So-
right. Talk about your pause.
Okay, well, all right. So this weekend I was
Mhm.
in a coaching training for those of you who don't know, I am an authenticity coach. So that means not a life coach, because I can't coach anybody on how to do their life.
Right.
Because I'm working on mine as well. I don't think we'll ever have it together. I really don't care for that term, life coach. So I said, what is something I can help people with? And that's being authentic. So I deem myself as an authenticity coach.
I like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I am taking training so I can get more skills and more knowledge of the coaching world with this amazing community, the GAP community. That's another resource, gapcommunity.com. I don't think you have to fact check that one. So I've been in this.
Say, is that right?
I've been in this
correct?
I've been in this community for about 6 years. They have all types of trainings and just trainings that people can go to.
You shared some of the information with me.
I'm always trying to get you to go to Awaken, which is the first one I went to.
I'm gonna do it.
4 days intensive self work. When I tell you, these trainers are powerful, and that's what I'm training to do.
See how I'm holding on?
Yeah, hold on. And that's how it is. So back to my pause. So I signed up to train to be a trainer, right? So we were in the training this weekend, which is like all day from like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
A work shift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm paying them to like get deep down inside of me, get very intimate with me. Like,
you're still working though.
It's a lot.
Because you gotta go through it and retain the information.
It's a
and
lot
the tools.
However, it was a woman in the training. She and I were in another training before, like a year ago, right? So she come up to me after day one and she says, "Hey, I wanted to say I didn't like you from last time we first met." She was like, "But I think you all right now." She's like, "After hearing you share, I think you all right." So I'm like, what do you mean you didn't like me? How could you not like me? If somebody don't like me, that's their problem, right?
Like, hold the phone.
Yeah, sometimes I can have this grandiose opinion of myself. Oh, if somebody don't like me, that's them, because I'm just so sweet and loving and warm, right? Not all the time. That's true, and I'm not that way all the time.
Right. Exactly, yeah.
So I asked her, I said, "Well, what was it that you wasn't feeling about me a year ago?" She said, "Well, I shared something and you looked me dead in my face and you said, 'I don't believe that.'" Right? So I'm like, there's no way. I know me. I don't talk like that. I would never say that to nobody, right? So I'm going into the defense mode, defending myself. And at that moment, I was like, let me pause. And if that was true, where could that have been true? Like, how could she have gotten that?
Right.
So I thought about it. I'm like, before I went into defense mode, well, even more, I said, well, I want to apologize to you that I made you feel that way. So once I paused, I was able to, be present with this person, who's a human being. So I love her. I don't want to get into some type of argument or something so stupid that I know I would have never said.
It was your ego.
I know I would have not, exactly. I knew that I didn't intend to say it like that, right?
Right.
But I said, how could she have thought that? So I can speak sometimes with just a flat effect. I can just, so I thought about it. I said, she probably was telling me a story. And I was like, I don't believe that. If you tell me something, I say, I don't believe that.
Because I know you.
Yeah. What would that
know
mean?
You're saying, nah, that didn't
exactly.
happen.
Like,
but in a way of like shock. Not like, I don't believe the words that's coming out your mouth that this happened.
Exactly.
Right. But that's because
because you know me,
right?
So I can't just go around. So that was a great pause moment for me.
Yeah.
Like I need to be intentional who I'm speaking to and what manner I'm speaking to them. Everybody ain't my friend, so everybody's not gonna get me. Yeah. So I need to be clear.
That's a big lesson for a lot of people.
That was a huge lesson.
Yeah.
That was because a lot of times our impact and our intent can, clash.
Yeah.
And the only thing people care about is how you impacted them. They don't care about your intent.
Let's talk about that emotion. And not emotional in a bad way, but that's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, they feel that shift.
Exactly.
And that's what they're going to remember.
Yeah. So that was a big moment for me. I said, I'm going to be more clear and intentional of who I'm talking to and the tone and the language in which I use when talking to such people that don't know me.
I like that. I mean, because language or how we speak not even necessarily the words we're saying. I mean, of course, that's a given, but the words we speak or how we speak,
Yeah.
that's a language within itself. Because
It's a
I can
culture.
say something, it's a culture. Because I can say something to you in a way, and I could be, okay, like for instance, I could try to deliver the same one message, but I
Yeah.
deliver it to you a little different than I can deliver it to somebody, one of my coworkers.
Mhm.
That's a language within itself. I'm saying the same thing and I'm getting my point across, but because you guys are two different people, you may receive it in a different way.
Right.
So I think that's an art within itself, to be quite honest.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a huge lesson, a huge art, and a skill.
Oh yeah, all of
Yeah.
that.
A skill to be able to
Little toolkit.
to know when to use it in different contexts.
In different contexts. Yeah.
Because I wouldn't just go up to somebody that's not in my culture and start using black slang.
Well,
You know,
I might.
I mean, I may, but then I would know to be like, wait, did you understand that? Or I would explain it to them.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little disclaimers.
yeah, disclaimers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was my pause.
Okay.
When did you have to pause, darling?
Child, I had this pause probably like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, juicy.
I think it's silly, but I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Mhm.
So I was on the phone with one of my friends, and he is a fashion designer, and I'm into fashion too. And we were just talking about just clothes and whatnot. And he was telling me that it's kind of a rule of thumb. I'm not really familiar with men's fashion as far as like formal wear, but for men, there's a rule, which it makes sense. It makes sense, but I just wanted to challenge him. There's a rule that if you wear suspenders, then you don't wear a belt because it looks foolish.
Okay.
You should never do it.
Steve Urkel didn't
And
even do that.
did he? Because you know what's funny? He brought up Steve Urkel. We're going to have to flash a picture of Steve Urkel so we can fact check. But he brought up Steve Urkel.
Solomon.
Right, Solomon. So I'm like, because he was like, that's something that you never do. That's something that you shouldn't do. That's a rule. So I'm kind of listening because I'm very mindful when it comes to people using never
Yeah.
and shouldn't.
Uh-huh.
Because like you said, don't
Yeah.
should on yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So if you tell me, especially if I'm into fashion, that this should never happen, I'm like, well, you can break the rules.
Yeah.
People can do whatever
can be
they
a
want to
trendsetter.
do. Right.
Somebody has to set the trend.
Right. But I guess his whole thing was that, hey, it shouldn't be, and you're going to look foolish if you do it, and blah, 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 blah. So I had to, because I start kind of like, well, what do you mean? Like really kind of taking it personal. So I kind of had to stop and just pause and be like, listen, we just having a friendly debate, and it's okay. So I just started challenging him, like, well, I'm gonna wear suspenders and a belt, and I'm gonna look fly, and we'll see what happens. And there was more to the conversation after that, but my pause was just more so, stop taking things personal. It's just, we just talking about clothes.
Yeah.
Like, don't put all that energy into talking about clothes, even if somebody using absolute. Oh, wait a minute. That's Steve? Okay, so Steve
He did
though.
do it,
He
yeah.
did. Okay, so thank you, Solomon, because I'm gonna tell him Steve Urkel.
What is in his pocket? It
It's
looks like
not
an
really
iPhone.
Steve though, Solomon.
Is it?
Is that Steve?
Or is it? Look, she's suspicious. she said,
you,
show the whole pic.
Okay, all right. Okay. He just had the suspenders and a belt.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, just don't take things so personal. Just, breathe. And in the fashion world, I feel like you can do whatever you want to do as long as it looks good and you're okay with it. Thanks.
Yeah, and you can. You can. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
That's what I'm saying.
To make their own path. So, yeah.
These rules.
But
like,
he's
rule
entitled to his
this.
own opinion as well. If that's how he want to think about it, he's entitled to that as well.
He is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shout out to you when
friend.
you see this. Right?
Even
But
though I
that's-
think you missaw the picture, though.
Mm.
I saw the picture.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing a belt.
No, I know.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
she
okay.
is.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure.
my friend said that he brought up Steve Urkel to say that it looks Steve Urkel-ish. And Steve didn't even have both on. So
Yeah.
in your face.
So he was trying to say it looks silly because it looks Steve Urkel.
Exactly. And he told
Okay.
me I'm not going to look cool. I'm going to look foolish and all this other stuff. And so there's going to be a challenge. So I might wear my suspenders and belt to the podcast with my shoes and, have my outfit together and let whoever be the judge.
So where are you wearing this to? What you got going on?
I'm just wearing it. I'm just going to put a slamming outfit together with suspenders and a belt just to prove him wrong that this shit can work.
So why you need to prove him wrong, though?
It's my ego, and I just want to do it.
Okay, to prove him wrong, or is it for you because that's what you want to do?
Well, I want to do it.
Okay.
I want to prove that it can be done.
Okay. It can be done. You already know it can be done. All you got to do is do it.
Yeah. Ain't nothing to it.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to get done.
So it's really nothing to prove.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That's a lot of energy to go behind. I don't do this to prove you wrong. Like, I'm going to do this for me because this is what I want to do.
That's true, but there's no fun in it.
So competition makes you...
Yeah, just a little bit. Listen, I'm still evolving, people.
You got me thinking of this Bible scripture.
Uh-oh.
Church, it is Sunday.
It is Sunday, okay?
So you remind me of this Bible scripture, and I'm going to chalk it up.
Okay.
But it's Galatians, I believe, 6:4-5. Solomon can fact check if he wants to. We going to put you to work like this, Solomon. But y'all can look it up on your own, okay? So it says something about explore who you are.
Yeah.
And the work you've been given.
Yes.
Right? Who you are and the work you've been given. Don't be impressed with yourself and don't be in competition with anyone else. Just do your work, explore who you are, and just it's up to you to make the best do life with your creativity.
I know.
Yeah.
I
so
know.
that scripture, the Holy Spirit gave that to me for right now for this moment. Because I was literally meditating on that today.
Oh, yeah?
Today.
Oh.
Like today.
Oh, well, look at that. And you're able to use that right now.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Holy Spirit. That's just, things are just working in alignment. Let me tell you. Things work in alignment with me and SB. I know it looked like we planned to have this flannel, inspiration. But we just seen each other. I was like, oh, look at that.
Yep.
We just coordinate. So.
Just like last week.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what we were going to put on. We just like, forget it. Let's just see. And I had on white. She had on black. She had on black and white. I had on white. We were just flowing together.
Right. But Solomon said we wasn't coordinating last week. I think we were.
I mean, we were coordinating enough.
Yeah, exactly.
We were coordinating enough. It's all good.
We're gonna have to call this Pause and Proceed podcast with SB, Bridgett LaRé, and Solomon.
King Solomon on the side.
Yes. So that was good. That's wow. Look at God. Like how he just gave me that. So what do you think about that scripture?
I think it's great. But I'm probably still gonna wear
yeah.
God's still working on me, Bridgett. That's why I have you here to kind of like,
girl, God working on
help
me.
nudge me a little bit. You're right, because it's kind of like the go high, go low situation. Yeah. It's like, I don't have to go low. Just stay at my level.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this one, I don't know. I'm gonna have to. Gotta prove them wrong.
Girl, don't prove them wrong. Prove to yourself that you can do what you want to do when you want to do it.
Okay.
Make the best creative life for yourself.
Okay. Sure.
But no, like really, that's what people are for.
What?
To see into each other's blind spots.
That's true. Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with that.
Right.
I agree.
I need people to tell me things a lot.
Yeah.
Because I know I can come off like a bit strong at times.
Mm-hmm.
And for somebody that may be like shy in a sense or timid or, or just don't like that type of energy, that can be like, oh, get away from me, girl. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Go that way.
That away.
But that, if nobody tell me, it's a blind spot.
That's
I don't
That's true.
recognize that I'm annoying the heck out of this person because I'm just being me.
Well, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right. We need to get to our main topic.
Which is?
What is our main topic? Our main topic is moments when we need what did I put? Okay, basically,
We've been talking about the topic.
We have been talking about the topic.
Yeah.
Like when we had to pause, like a people pause.
Yeah.
I definitely had to do a people pause.
That's the thing I think about for me, for podcasts, I don't
Yeah.
feel like, for me, this having like, an itinerary is great. If you need it.
If you need it. Yeah.
But when you get into the flow, you just get into a flow and things just start going.
That's true.
And I think, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, or tell me what you think.
Okay.
Like, I don't think we even need like a main topic. Like, whatever we end up talking about, that's the topic.
Maybe.
We can, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I mean, they can let us know. I feel like if we just like check in with each other.
That's true. And then obviously, especially if we're doing like, how we've been flowing as far as like,
the two we have filmed right
exactly
now. Yeah.
Right. In the recaps from last week, like we just naturally flow into what we need to flow into.
Right.
So
we're
gonna keep this easy breezy and easy breezy and honest and relatable as much as we can. That's the goal, because we really wanted to capture our conversations and our dynamic and our chemistry and whatnot. We just want to bring that to the forefront and establish community and just everybody vibe off of each other and grow and evolve ultimately.
And I believe we have definitely done that.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
And we're doing it well.
And gonna keep doing it and doing it and doing it well.
That's what I was thinking. Don't you worry about it.
Girl, I am the jukebox today.
That's okay. I think we jukebox vibe off of each other. That's fine. I love a good jukebox serenade.
A little jukebox moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So for me, what I would want to leave people with is, like I said, Marijuana Anonymous, the Marijuana Anonymous, and also the gapcommunity.com websites, and to just think before you speak. I even got think literally tattooed on my hand. I don't know if y'all can see it because I'm so chocolate, but it's think tattooed on my hand. So
show it up. We can see that. Let me see.
Hold on, let me lick it.
Oh, we see
make
the
it
ink.
shine a little more. No, I'm just playing.
Put it in front of that little plant right there. Maybe we can get a close up. Let's see.
Let's see. Oh, wait a minute.
There it is.
Wait.
Hold
on. They're not. This water company is not sponsoring us.
We see it a little bit.
So, but anyhow, so when I got this, I got it because I needed to remember that, think. It's an acronym for me. Like, before you speak, ask yourself: is it true? The T. Is it honest? The H. Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Because that's some elementary stuff, right? You learn that. No, seriously, I learned it in elementary.
Oh, you did?
They had it on the walls.
Oh, we need to take that throughout life, adulthood, to the grave.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So that's what I would leave you all with. Think before you speak.
You got to think. It's a song by Patra.
Oh. Pull up to my bumper, baby. That's the only song I know about.
That's the only one. You know Grace, that's originally Grace Jones' song.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Grace was a beast.
Musical history real quick.
Yeah. But we're going to get on out of here, guys.
Yeah.
So until next time.
Like and subscribe to the Pause and Proceed podcast.
Peace.